I have 3 messages for you to receive in a quick pick a card reading. Stick around, grab your tarot journals, and let's see what comes up. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Leesa. I'm a certified tarot consultant, and tonight I have a reading for you all about messages that you need to hear right now. This is going to be a fairly quick pick a card reading, so it's all about messages that you need to hear, things that you have been ignoring, and messages that you need to put out into the world. So we are going to get started with that in just a quick minute here. I have 3 different decks that I'm going to be working with today. If you are very new to pick a card readings, understand that by their very nature, they are a general reading done for the collective. But if you have found your way to this video, then this is definitely for you. So today's reading is all about a few messages I just want to make sure that you are getting and that you should be hearing and should be passing along. So I need you to go ahead and get yourself into a nice fuzzy headspace, because I'm going to ask for you to use your intuition here in just a quick minute. So I've got a few different decks here for us to be working with. I have the Revelations Tarot that I'll be working with. I have the Animal Oracle the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, and I have the Energy Oracle deck as well. So we're going to be taking a look with these particular decks. So I'd like for you to go ahead at this point and just sort of breathe in and out and pick a count that works for you. I usually do a count of 4, but take just a quick second to get yourself relaxed. And I'm going to show you 3 different items here. And actually, I just went and found a few strings of beads. So the first one I found is a string of turquoise. Okay. The second one I found is a mixed string. Okay, I think these are all bracelets. So that's mixed stones on there. And then the last one is simply wooden beads, so beads of wood. So I'd like you to take a deep breath in and release that, and consider which one of these 3 is speaking to you, the turquoise, the mixed stones, or the wood. And if you picked the turquoise, we're going to start with that one. If you picked one of the others, I would go ahead and move to that timestamp down below, and I will see you at your reading. All right, if you chose the turquoise, then this is your reading. And the first message that I have for you deals with this card right here, and this is the door to personal healing and happiness, but it is reversed. So when we see this card reversed, it has to do with you walking through, so to speak, this door of healing and happiness, but having you being held back in some way or another. Oftentimes it's because we need to be more clear in our intentions and what we are planning to do. So if you find that, there's something, in your life right now where you are not getting to where you need to be, my first message for you is to simply make sure that whatever your intentions are, they are clear. They're clear to yourself. They're clear to those people around you. Consider that. You can't get anywhere without knowing where it is that you're trying to be and what you want that thing to look like when you get there. So I'm going to do just a quick reading here. I have just a few different things that we are going to be looking at, but I'm going to use 2 decks and sort of combine what I'm seeing in these 2 decks. So I want to first look at messages that you need to hear, but perhaps you are ignoring. I want you to focus on a message that you need to hear that is perhaps new to you. And then the last one is a message that you actually need to put out into the world. So something that you need to state, something that you need to put forth. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. And then when we're done with those three, we're actually going to be getting one last bit of guidance here from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So that is what we're going to be doing. So let's just jump right in. I don't want to take too long. And so what is a message that you need to hear that perhaps you are ignoring? And this is interesting. All right. So we have the Hanged Man here, but we also have this card dealing with the second chakra, but it is reversed. So once again, I'm seeing issues with blockages. I'm seeing things, especially with the Hanged Man. So in some ways, this is going back to this. So something that you're ignoring, I mean, go back to some of those things that you have, some of your most primal instincts. It is saying that you definitely need to go back to some of those things that you are super passionate about and need to go ahead and push those things forward. The time for waiting is done. For some of you guys, the second chakra can oftentimes deal with, some of those organs dealing with sex. So if this is something where there's some blockages there, keep that in mind. But yeah, definitely think of some of those things you're super passionate about. And that's a very literal way of looking at it. But you've been ignoring something that you are passionate about, that you need to move ahead with. So I would say the first message for you is get off your ass, start moving with that. So we're going to be kind of perhaps a little direct here. So get moving, stop waiting. All right, something brand new for you. Okay, this I'm seeing here, guys, a lot with some financial pieces here. So something brand new to you, something that might be a new piece for you. So I'm actually seeing for many of you, when it comes to your financials, you need to take some time to sit down and just get them better in line. Pretty much anyone in this world can take a little bit of time to sit down and review your books, review your savings, review any of that. I would say at this point, make sure that your money going out is not more than the money coming in, and make sure that you are saving and spending some time looking at your financials. So that is a message that you need to hear. That's the second message. Very realistic. Just, hey, look at your finances. And the third one, the thing that you need to kind of put out into the world. Wow, we get indecision and the Seven of Cups. Goodness. All right. So the message that I want you to go ahead and put out into the world, guys, is that you are open to options. You're open to things. You're open to new things. You're open to new experiences. Project that. Let that be your message out into the world. So if we look really quickly here again, we've got, get off your ass, do that thing that you've been excited about, that you've been wanting to do, that you're passionate about. Second thing, maybe something new to you. Take some time to sit with your financials. That's going to be really helpful for you. And thirdly, approach the world as though you are open to anything. And then, of course, this last piece, kind of get your stuff together. Make your goals clear. So that's some pretty direct advice there, guys. I want one last piece so that you can kind of move forward, but I'm going to put that in the timestamp below, and I will see you there. All right, if you chose the mixed set of beads, then this is your reading. And we get here the door to value, but this time it is reversed. So guys, what I'm seeing here for you is that there's an opportunity that's right there for you to be potentially grabbing, dealing with money or dealing with some sort of career opportunity, and it is slipping away. So take a look a little bit more at your day-to-day in terms of your job or your career or opportunities that you have in terms of money, and make sure that you are taking control and taking a hold of anything that you see there, because it looks like you could be missing out on something. So guys, I have just a few different messages for you today, and these are going to be really straightforward. It's a very fast reading. The first is going to be all about a message that maybe you've heard before, but you need to hear again, something that perhaps you have been ignoring. The second message is something that is probably newer to you. And then the third message is a message that I want you to bring out into the world. The decks that I'm going to be using today, I've got two here. So we're going to be combining the Energy Oracle with the Revelations Tarot. And then at the end, we are going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle deck as well. So let's take a look, and we're not going to pull any punches today, guys. We're just going to kind of tell it how it is. So something that you need to hear, probably hear again. Wow. Okay. So you are sitting in a situation where your life, or the way that you are viewing life, is probably very tenuous. So some of you are kind of looking through life with sort of rose-tinted glasses, that idea that you are seeing life probably better than it really is, or maybe you are ignoring warning signs. That is really what I'm seeing here. You're ignoring warning signs about what is happening around you. So the first message is really open your eyes, pay attention, okay? Something is going on. Something, when you see a storm, guys, the storm can come in, it can cause destruction, it can also pave the way for something new. So if there is a storm coming, if there is something coming that is going to sort of sweep away the old and bring in the new, it's better to be aware of that and kind of be prepared for that. So the first message I'm getting for you is pay attention to what's going on around you, because not everything is necessarily as it seems. Okay, the second message that I have for you, okay, so the second message that I have for you, and this is interesting, guys, how these cards play off of each other. So the Sun reversed and the Angel of Strength reversed. And so the message that I have here is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and be willing to dig deep. Many of you are facing things right now that make you feel as though you can't go on, or really going to struggle, to move forward. But the message that I'm going to tell you now is very simple. Dig deep. You have the strength. You have the ability to move ahead. Things will get better, but you need to be willing to sort of pick yourself up and move through, even when it feels as though you can't move any further. Okay. So dig deep. That's what I'm seeing there. You definitely have the strength to be able to move ahead. And then that message I want you to take out into the world. All right. So what I want you to bring out into the world, what I want you to, allow the world to see, I want you to be able to tell the world, and the message that I have for you is I want you to rush forward like you are willing to risk it all. I want you to go in with, sort of risk it all type of behavior. Whatever you think it is that you love and that you want, I want you to be able to rush forward and say, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get that thing. Okay, to be, really to put myself on the line. So the messages I have for you are basically, pay attention to what's going on around you. Dig deep. Okay, that might be something new for you. And the message to take out and to just project out there in the world is that idea that you're willing to put it all out there. Also, whatever you have going on at work or in some sort of financial situation, don't let that move past you. So those are some messages I have for you. I'm going to ask that you go ahead and go to the timestamp. We have one last bit of guidance for you, but I will see you there at that part of the video. All right, if you chose the set of wooden beads or the wooden beads here, then this is your message. And the card we have for you is the Angel of Love, but it is reversed. So the first message I actually have for you is listen to your heart. There's probably a disconnect somewhere regarding you and your heart specifically. This can lead to a disconnection with other people, a disconnection with things that you are excited about, but you need to work out your feelings and your heart yourself with you, and then you can expand that outwards into other people and other situations. So yeah, the very first thing is listen to your heart, listen to your own heart. All right, so guys, we are going to take just a few more messages for you. The first one is a message that you've probably heard before, but perhaps you have been ignoring. The second message is something that's likely new to you. And the third message is something that I want you to take out into the world, something that I want you to announce to the world. So we're going to be using a tarot deck and an oracle deck. And then at the end, I have another piece of guidance for you. So this is going to be a one of those readings, guys, where I'm just going to tell it right like it is. No frills, not holding back any punches. and something quick. Just give you some guidance and some messages just right off the bat. So, okay, first off, something that you probably have been ignoring, but a message that you need to hear. Okay, very interesting. So we have the Four of Cups. And we have the sixth chakra. All right, very interesting. So it's interesting, guys, because when I see the Four of Cups, but when I see it reversed, I see it sort of coming out, sometimes coming out of this sort of very mental state or kind of heady state, but at the same time with the sixth chakra, we have this idea of sort of this clear vision. So what I'm seeing here for you, the first thing you need to hear, and it's interesting because I'm getting a lot of similar things for some of these, but not quite the same. Open your eyes, listen to your intuition, pay attention to what is happening with what you're seeing and also what you're perceiving, okay? So Four of Cups reversed, sixth chakra. So open your eyes, pay attention. What are you seeing? Listen to your intuition, all of those things. Something new for you. Here we've got another heart. And then we have the Nine of Cups, but reversed. Okay. So the thing that I am hearing when it comes, this new message, that thing that has been difficult for you, that feels painful, it is time to move on. That is the message that I am getting for you. It's time to move on. It's time to move ahead. It's time to stop pining. It's time to stop wondering. It's time to just move on. That is what I'm hearing, and that is what I'm getting for you. Okay, and then the last one, the thing that I want you to bring out into the world. Wow. All right, so that idea, the world is your oyster, or you're the king or the queen of the world. That is what I want you to feel. That's the energy that I want you to project outward. You are the master of your own universe. You know what you want and you're willing to go out there and take it. That is the message that you need to project out into the world. So number one, listen to your heart, get your heart in order. Number two, listen to, your intuition and open your eyes. Number three, it's time to move on. And number four, project that idea of being in control and knowing what you want and being willing to take it. And the last bit, guys, is going to be with this oracle deck. I'm going to clear this, so just stick around and we'll get to that last piece. All right, guys, so one last bit of guidance for you. And I know that was really quick. I wanted to try to get something in that was very fast. I didn't want to take up a bunch of your time. If you are subscribed to my channel, you know that I do monthly tarotscope and month ahead readings, along with other, tarot related videos. And there are certainly things that are more in-depth and perhaps a little less cheeky. But today I just wanted to get a quick bit of guidance for you. So I hope that this resonated with you. If so, please make sure that you subscribe for future readings and let me know which pile you chose. I would love to know that. But one last bit of guidance for you. And just take this and sort of combine it with some of those other messages for you as well. And what we get is Canary Spirit, but it is reversed. So for some of you, I'm getting a warning that you need to be willing to speak your own mind and not be afraid to speak out what you have in your heart. For some of you, you might be that one bird that is singing so far apart from everyone else that you are almost willingly and purposefully stepping away from the community. And some of you need to be a little bit more connected. But keep that in your head. So this last little piece here just has to do with, what type of canary are you? Are you one that's sort of intentionally stepping away from the pack and you need to be maybe more with the choir, or are you someone that needs to find your voice? Okay, and that's that little bit of guidance for you there. But guys, thank you so much. This was just a quick, fun reading. I'm so happy that you were able to come and visit with me today. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment to let me know what you thought, and I will see you next time.